What's going on, buddy? In today's video, I'm gonna go over the morning routine that I've personally found to be just about perfect for myself. Yes, it might be nighttime right now, but everyone knows a good morning routine always starts the night before, getting to bed on time. But I'll go ahead and talk about this in another video. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's get to it. Then we'll head to the bathroom. I take out my retainer as well as brush my teeth. I absolutely hate the feeling of a gross mouth in the morning, so the very first thing I do is brush my teeth. I know some people wait to eat their first meal and then brush their teeth, but I'm the complete opposite. I have to brush my teeth right away. Then we'll go ahead and grab our contacts. Since I am pretty much legally blind without my contacts, I go ahead, grab 2 of those, throw those in right then left. Next we'll go ahead and hop on the scale because we are in bodybuilding prep. We need to make sure we're taking daily weigh-ins so we can get averages and make sure we're heading in the right direction. Today we had a 166.0 weigh-in, which is close to a new low. My low currently is 165.8, so we're definitely heading in the right direction, losing weight, which is a really good thing. Next we'll go ahead and change. We're gonna actually throw on a swimsuit for a cold plunge later. Next we'll go ahead and do some vacuum practice. So this has taken me a lot of time to build up to, but I highly recommend if you wanna have a little bit more abdominal control, especially for vacuums with posing, to practice your vacuums on an empty stomach in the morning. It's gonna be a lot more difficult to do with food in your system. So highly recommend doing this in the morning when you have an empty stomach. The best way to start is actually on your back so you have gravity assisting you. But as you advance, you can eventually do it standing up, or I prefer to do it leaning over. So as you see, I put my hands on the dresser, have a slight angle forward, and then inhale, so I'm fighting gravity a little bit. But it takes a lot of practice as far as the abdominal control, but also the stamina to exhale and hold that in. But it's very beneficial in the long run. I've been practicing that about 3 to 4 times every single morning. Then we'll go ahead and take our daily supplements. Right now I'm taking vitamin D, ashwagandha, krill oil, multivitamin, an immunity booster, as well as my daily allergy meds. I'm also taking creatine and typically a pre-workout, but that's obviously later in the day, not part of my morning routine. And yes, those are some anime Funko Pops in the back. I even have more. We also need to grab a shirt, a hat, as well as our Birkenstocks in order to take Maisie on a walk around the block. This is definitely probably my favorite part of the morning routine, to get outside, get some sun on my face, reset my circadian rhythm, but also take Maisie on a walk because, once again, dogs pretty much don't really get out much beyond our yard without us taking them as their owners. So I always do my best to take Maisie on walks, specifically a quick one in the morning. She normally goes to the restroom, and then a big one in the evening or afternoon to get most of my steps in. But it's a great way to get some movement in, get some steps in, get some sun on the face, reset your circadian rhythm, and just spend some time with your dog, which is awesome. After our walk, we'll go ahead and head out to the garage where we're gonna do our cold plunge. And this thing has been a staple in my morning routine ever since I started doing the 30-day challenge. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I go over a little bit more of like the scientifics about why, my personal experience so far. But I can confidently say I'm pretty much addicted. Even when I don't have access to the cold plunge, if I'm at my girlfriend's or traveling, I'm still doing cold showers. And once again, that's a great substitution for this. But as you can see here, we have 37-degree water. Yes, that is very, very cold, but it's super convenient too because it actually connects to an app on your phone. So you can set it up to turn on and turn off based on your preferences. So in this case, if I know I'm gonna wake up around 8 a.m., I probably wanna have the cold plunge turn on around 7:30 and start to cool down if it may be raised in temperature overnight. So I'll go ahead and set a timer on my phone to turn the cold plunge on, which is out in my garage, so it's Bluetooth, which is awesome, to turn on around 7:30 and start to cool down to 37 degrees. So by the time I wake up, take Maisie for a walk, and come out to the garage, it's sitting at 37, which is perfect. So we'll go ahead and turn that off so we don't want moving water. Then we'll go ahead and get in. And this is still cold and this is still challenging. Even though I've been doing this for I think 6 or 7 weeks now, it is still cold. It is still a challenge, but that's what I kind of love about it too, because this can be the hardest thing you do all day is getting into that cold water. And the high and kind of like the boost of energy and dopamine afterwards is incredible. I feel like it just took a shot of espresso as far as the energy I get, as well as the mental focus, realizing that you did something hard and you conquered that to start your day, which is probably one of my favorite things. But that just about wraps up my morning routine. Then we'll head inside and dry off. Then we'll end our morning routine with a protein shake, 2 scoops transparent labs, as well as a banana. And that pretty much wraps up my morning routine. So this is what I personally found to be extremely enjoyable and beneficial in my life. No, you don't have to do exactly what I did, but I definitely recommend implementing some things. As far as getting some sunlight, some movement, I highly recommend that. Do not touch your phone. I think that's the number one thing that's just been incredibly beneficial. Instead of grabbing my phone as soon as I wake up, starting to scroll on Instagram, check emails, text messages, all that kind of stuff, I just like take 30 minutes just for myself and Maisie, of course, so we can go on a nice little walk. But I highly recommend getting outside, getting some movement. Obviously take your vitamins, rehydrate. I totally get most people do not have access to a cold plunge, but a cold shower can also be beneficial as far as the mental focus, the dopamine increases, stuff like that. So highly recommend some cold exposure. But yeah, that's my morning routine. Normally it takes me about 30 minutes. Today it took about 50 minutes because I was trying to film stuff. I was trying to set up the camera, film, set up the camera, walk Maisie, walk back at the camera, stuff like that. But it is what it is. Normally it takes me about 30 minutes in the morning and cannot recommend a morning routine enough. If you don't have a morning routine yet, I definitely recommend trying to figure one out for yourself. Maybe try some of the things in here. If you like them, keep them in. If you don't, toss them out. But I'll go ahead and end the video here. If you guys have any questions, leave those down in the comments below. Without further ado, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Peace.